Right. So I was talking about I was talking about a word, to fall prey, right?
Mm.
Now, fall prey, it means that you are you have become a victim of something.
Mm.
Okay. Now, there's another way of saying it. You can say you have been affected by something. Okay.
Mm.
So it is quite possible that you are, let's say you are talking about advertisement and you say that I was affected by, sorry, it should have been A, affected by what? Advertisement.
Yes.
No, it should have been A, I'm sorry. Okay, and there's another way, sorry, I became a victim of advertisement and I fell prey of advertisement.
Yes, sir.
Now these are three sentences, right?
Yes,
If
sir.
while making notes, I'm saying that it's better to write in only one word. But sometimes
Yes.
if you know, some good word like fell prey,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
this comes to your mind, so write these both of these words. Because it will give you a higher score as compared to if you use the word affected by advertisement.
Okay.
Okay, similarly, became a victim. Now this is again better than affected at least. Got it? So if you
Yes, sir.
get some some good points come into your mind, it's advisable for you to use write both of those sentences and sorry, those words, and we call them as phrases. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's done. I'm sorry. Why this is coming here? Okay. Now try to decide which style of notes would be most helpful for you during the exam. So now you know that mind map.
Yeah.
Okay. Use these two set of notes to give talk about this thing, and you know I have already given you this
Yes, sir.
exercise, and we are done with it. So I'm skipping this exercise. Clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right. You can, if you don't have these notes, you can take a screenshot of these things. This is candidate one.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Abdurrahman done.
No,
Abdurrahman
not
is
yet.
going to find his camera.
Mhm.
No.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now this is second one. My grandmother.
Okay. Let me wait. You know, sometimes he.
Screen appears late. Yeah, I know that. Oh, it's because of your internet speed.
Okay. Done.
Done. Right. So choose the style of notes. We are done with it. We already know that, and you also know that you have to video yourself. Remember, for speaking, video, video, video. Speak, speak, speak. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let me ask you one more question. This is a rounding off question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Abdurrahman, you need to answer me. Who do you think has the most influence in your life? Your family or your friends?
Okay. And my family, um, because they we have been they motivated me a lot about especially on education. They were encouraged me to go to school, universities, do some my homework, do some writing and reading. So my
Mhm.
family were the most influential
Okay,
impact in my
fine.
life.
as compared to friends, or you can say because I have spent a lot of time with my family, so therefore, right from my childhood time, and they have been teaching me so many things. So in fact, I idealize my father or my mother or maybe my elder brother. So they have more influence than my friends. Okay. So with this, our first part of the lecture is up, over, and now I'm going to start the next one. If you have notes, you can switch to the next one.
Yes.
Speaking lecture 1. Oh, sorry, speaking lecture 2, part 2 of 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, talking about abstract topics, what do we mean by abstract topics?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the screen is not clear, sir.
Yeah.
Then it might be my slower internet, because
Since we not clear.
yeah, maybe internet is slower today. Is it clear now?
No, sir.
Not yet. Abdurrahman, is it clear with you?
No.
No. Okay, let me stop sharing and then start sharing again.
Yes.
Okay.
So, how about it now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. No clear, sir.
Now clear. Okay. Fine. So, what do we mean by talking about abstract topics? So, what do we mean by abstract topics? Any idea?
Abstract topic.
Yeah, abstract. Abstract
Abstract
generally
is
means something which are vague, broader. Okay, broader in sense and vague in sense. In other words, if I say your topic section 1, sorry, I'm speaking section 1 and section 2, they were very specific topics. Like in section 1,
Okay.
you were asked question specifically about you, your interest, your town, your plans, and so on. Similarly, in section 2, you were asked about some person, specific place, specific thing maybe, or some specific incident, right? But in section 3,
Okay.
you get
Yes, sir.
more general, or you can say more abstract topic, which are not very specific. They are broader in nature.
Okay.
But remember, these questions gradually become difficult. I mean, last question would be the most difficult question. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, examiner has a list of topics and ideas to guide them, but they will also adapt their questions to your answers. In the first lecture, I told you that they have a booklet in front of them, and they just follow whatever it is, whatever questions are written on them. But they just, try to add some wordings, some phrases in between, which makes their questions very specific to you, instead of just reading general questions. For example, let's say if I was talking to Abdurrahman, and he told me that he's studying in Nigeria, and he has come all the way from Somalia, let's say. Okay, so this
Yes,
thing
sir.
was told to me in the first section. Now I'm in the third section.
Okay.
Okay, and here and the question that I want to ask them is, what do you think, how one can help the foreigners? Okay, now if this is
Okay.
the written question, examiner will link this question with Abdurrahman's background, and he would say,
Okay.
as you told me that you have migrated from Somalia, so you must be knowing about it. Can you tell me uh, what specific help an immigrant needs from the locals?
Okay.
Got it?
Okay,
So
sir.
what they will do,
Yes.
they will just adapt their questions to your answers, right?
Okay.
In each part of the test, it is very important to answer all of the questions as fully as possible so that the examiner can assess your language. This will also help improve your score. I've told you, don't give just yes or no answers. Instead, try to explain
Okay.
your answers. And we call it as expand on your answers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For part 3, it is important to have your opinion. Try to read newspapers and watch the news to keep up with current issues. It's not a general knowledge test, or it is not a current affair test, but as I have told you, that try reading those articles. These articles actually
Oh,
help you to improve your language, to improve your vocabulary, to improve your sentence
Yes, sir.
structure, and as well as to improve your knowledge base. Knowledge base always helps you to express your opinions. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Now for part 3, it is important to have your opinion, so I will advise you to go do that. Now here are some techniques that you can use to expand on your answers. For example,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
sometimes you can give an explanation. Maybe, for example, if I ask you, do you like to read newspaper? So what you can do, yes, I do like reading newspaper because. After because you can give an explanation. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So these are the
Okay.
ways. For example, stating or explaining your own view. Now, topic is something different. But here you can add something about something that is your opinion. Let's take the same example. Do you like reading newspaper? Yes, I do like reading newspaper because in my opinion, newspapers are the best source of information. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, you can also sometimes give some relevant examples. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like if I say, well, reading newspaper is really helpful to stay abreast with the current happenings. And for example, during my last, general knowledge exam, or some entry exam, maybe some university exam or some interview, this general knowledge really helped me a lot. So now
Yes, sir.
you have explained or expanded your answer by giving one example.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, you can also talk about explaining how or why something happens. You can just give
Okay.
an explanation to that. Then saying that this is interesting. What would, what could, what should, or what might happen.
Yes.
Okay, like if there's a question, what do you think? Why people help each other? So here you can say, well, in my opinion, if they will not help others today, nobody would help them. What would happen then? Or what might happen then? Nobody would have help them once they are in need of something.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
But to my opinion,
Okay.
everyone should help. Everyone should help without thinking of any return from that person. So what should happen?
Okay.
What could happen? What would happen? What might happen? Let me explain
Yes, sir.
these something to my Pakistani students in their native language, and then I'll come back. Sorry, Abdurrahman.
Okay. No problem.
What would happen? क्या हो जाएगा अगर ऐसा ना हुआ या ऐसा हुआ
Yes,
तो?
sir.
What और क्या हो
ठीक, sir.
जाएगा? क्या होना चाहिए? क्या हो सकता है?
Might.
Okay.
सही, sir.
So
बिल्कुल
now,
सही, sir.
suggesting a solution to the problem. Now, sometimes if you have been asked, why some people don't help others? So here you can
Okay.
suggest some solution. Similarly, explaining another side or to the issue. Okay. Now, if some issue is being discussed and one of the points are being discussed, you can just to expand on on your answer. You can talk about some other aspect of the issue as well. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I will show you some examples related to this, and then we'll, we'll see. First of all, see how examiner enters into the third section.
Yes, sir.
Okay, examiner
Yes.
would say something like, we have been talking about helping others.
Yes.
Okay, and I would like to ask one or two more general questions about this topic now.
Yes, sir.
So let's consider, first of all, helping neighbors maybe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this actually indicates you that now discussion will be done on general aspects of helping. It will not be that specific helping incident that we have been talking in the section 2. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
now I'm playing it, and please watch it.
We've been talking about a time when you helped someone, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all helping neighbours.
Did you get it, or shall I play it again?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
We've been talking about a time when you helped someone, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all helping neighbours.
Okay, so I'm moving forward now.
Yes, sir.
Now you will watch, sorry, actually you will watch 2 or 3 times, you'll watch this video now. First
Yes,
of all,
sir.
try to focus on the examiner's question, then try to focus on the answers.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Can you tell me some of the practical things that people can do to help their neighbours?
To help my neighbors, I think the most common action you can do to help a neighbor would be to lend him something. He doesn't have to take care of his children when he's
Okay, sorry, I've stopped it intentionally. Let me narrate everything then and there. This will help us in
Yes.
doing too many exercises. Okay, coming exercises. First of all,
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me some of the practical things that people can do to help their
Okay.
neighbours?
can you tell me something practical things that people can do
Yes, sir.
to help their neighbors?
Okay.
Okay, sir.
to help my neighbors. I think the most common action you can do to help a neighbor would be to lend him something.
The most common action would be to lend him something.
Yes, sir.
You give something to him.
He doesn't have to take care of his children
If he doesn't have that thing, give that thing to him. Or take care of his children when he's on holiday or he's away.
when he's away, or take
Yes.
a look at his house when he's on holiday. These kind of things.
So take a look at his house when he is on the holiday.
Yes.
Okay. Now here's a problem with it. What is the problem? What do we mean by take a look at?
Look at.
Take a look at.
Watch.
Yeah, to watch, to see something.
Oh,
Okay. When I
Yes.
say, please, this is my book, please take a look at this. So that means, please see it, please watch it, right?
yes, sir.
Actually, he wanted to say to take care of his house when he's on holiday,
So
Yeah.
look after.
or look after his house when he is on the holiday. So actually, he has mixed
Yes,
these
sir.
two things: take care of his house and look after his house. So
Or
he has
look
said,
after.
take a look. Getting
Yes,
it?
sir.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
why should neighbours help each other?
Why should neighbors help each other? Examiner has asked this question now.
because it becomes quite natural.
Uh-huh.
You may have a problem you may have a problem one day, and if there is somebody that can help you, it's a good thing. So, yeah.
So he asked him, why should neighbor help each others? So what was his answer? What was the answer?
And, if there is a problem with is there a problem to you, then maybe when nobody will help you, something like this.
Yeah, first he said because it comes very natural.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, first he said because it comes very natural, and then he said maybe after now you observe this thing. Initially, he failed to gather a point. So what he said,
Okay.
well, it comes very natural, and then all of a sudden a new point came into his mind and said that, well, if someday you need help, then there would be no one to help you, right?
yes, sir.
So now look at this question number C. I will play it, but before that, I want to tell you. His question was, do you think people help more in these villages or smaller cities as compared to in big cities?
In big cities.
Okay, but
Yes, sir.
he has added this sentence because in the first section, Amanali told him that I came from a smaller town.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So now he has added this in. You live in a quite small town. So do you think people help more? Maybe, and we'll watch this question now. So please observe.
You live in quite a small town,
Yeah.
and you know Como as well. Do you think that people in small towns help each other more than people in cities?
See, do you think people in small towns more
Yes.
help others more than people do in the city?
In the city.
Yes, yeah. I think that it depends on the country. For example, here in experience I had here in England showed me that people are much more helpful here than in Italy. And
Well, it depends on the country, because as per my experience here in England, people are more helpful than those in Italy. He's from Italy, right?
Yes, sir.
but I think that generally in a small town, since you more or less know each other,
Okay, but generally in small towns, you know more or less know each other.
Yes, sir.
you are more kind and you tend to help other people more
You are more kind and you tend to help other people
easily.
easily.
Right. So why don't they do the same in cities?
Yes,
Why
sir.
do they don't do the same in the cities? Like why people don't do the same thing in the cities? Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because the life in city is quite stressful. There are many people that they have to run from one part to the other of the city, and they don't take care of people that maybe needs help. They don't notice.
Okay. So because in cities people have to run from one part of the one part to the other part of the city, and life is very stressful, so it becomes very difficult.
Yes, sir.
They may miss if someone require help. They may not notice even, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, let's go on and think about attitudes towards helping other people.
So let's move on and think about attitudes towards helping other people. So
Yes.
if you see after section 2, there was a rounding off question. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Then examiner told or said something like, we have been talking about helping or so on. So now I would ask you some general questions about helping. And then he said that let's start talking about helping neighbors.
Yes, sir.
Helping neighbors was the first topic of section 3.
Yes, sir.
In this, he asked, what are the practical things we can do to help neighbors? Then he said, why we should help neighbors. Then he said, why in small towns people help more than in cities. Then why they
Yes,
don't
sir.
help in town in
In
cities,
cities,
right?
sir.
So this was the
Yes,
first
sir.
part of section 3.
See.
And then he further extended, and here in the second part, or you can say the second topic or second aspect about helping is attitudes about helping. Like some people have an
Yes.
attitude of not helping others. Okay, they don't help others.
Okay.
Yes.
Similarly, some people help sometimes and sometimes they don't. And there are some people who always help others, and in fact they go out of way to help others. So these are different attitudes toward helping, right? So now he
Yes.
is moving into attitudes toward helping. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
let's play it again.
Some people don't want to help other people. Why do you think that is?
Some people don't want to help other people, and why do you think that is? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know, but
okay, now this is very good point to learn. This was a kind of a stupid question, isn't it? Like if I ask you why people don't help others, I mean, what you would say.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is in these kind of questions about which you have never thought earlier. Instead
Yes,
of
sir.
staying silent, you can just take a start, giving a laughter, giving a smile, maybe, like okay, let
Yes.
me act for you. Well, I haven't thought about it earlier, so let me think first. You see, you haven't,
Yeah.
you didn't remain quiet in this situation. You just said few words, and you tried to think in your back of mind at that time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, like,
After
well,
6 minutes,
sorry.
after 6 minutes, I think after 6 minutes, I may need to take a short break.
Oh, okay, 6 minutes. Okay, you can take a break now, right? You can take a break, and please text in the group, WhatsApp group, and then we'll resume from the same point.
Okay.
Okay? Take care.